lane, 110.
Oh, dang it!
I got so excited I hit the on-off switch here. So Brendan Lindsey just doubled to win the title here in Nugget. I still want to be able to catch his last shot, and then we'll go right into scratch division action here. He still needs one pin. We're going to watch the foul line really closely here. Hats off to Cerell Cardines. If he does get the pin, he put all the pressure on him, and Brendan Lindsey stays behind the foul line and keeps it on the lane for the win, striking out in the 10th. Look at that reaction. Who can blame him? Unbelievable finish out of both bowlers. High fives all around for Butturff. He wins it all. Yo.
Lori Harper.
Oh, hey, Lori. How you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you.
This is the young lady who made all this possible, by the way. There we go. Hello. How you doing? What a great finish you just got to watch. Unbelievable stuff. Yeah, good. Very good day today. 54 is not bad. I think we'll do better than that tomorrow. There's some Arizona kids coming up for just tomorrow.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, we had fun. We'll do it all over again.
That's great. Well, we appreciate you coming to the house. And
Absolutely.
everything went okay today. The gang.
Silky smooth. Gang was great. Cool. We'll be back for the finish. What a... Okay, sounds good. What a finish by Brendan, and let's see if we have an equally exciting finish over here as we move into the scratch finals, which are halfway done, and they look to be exciting as well. My goodness. Stick around, I'm sure that won't be a problem. And scratch is done, we'll do the flags and everything. Get everything you could, man.
Is this going to be a YouTube or anything?
Yeah, you bet. Yep. Just type in JBT and Butturff, and we'll find it. These take a little while, so I got to edit them and upload them and everything. Usually within a week. So,
No, that's not.
So I accidentally win, or is it roll off?
Oh, you won.
If you had gotten strike spare, you would have tied and had to do a 2-frame roll
Okay,
off.
so then, but
Why did you change balls in the 10th frame?
because my other ball was just looking too much and going Brooklyn, I just didn't want to go.
So all on your own, you just said I'm going to switch balls,
I switched balls and
and you struck out to win your first
Yes.
title. Unbelievable. Good job, man. Great
Thank
job. It's very often that Scratch eclipses Handicap over there. That was not the case now, but Scratch can still write an awful great story right here. We're bowling in the endless 10th frame format. Many of you have seen that on TV. If either bowler strikes on their fill ball in the 10th, regardless of what they did prior to that, they have the opportunity to continue adding 10 pins to their score as long as they continue to strike. If you watched last week's video from Sunday at Silva in Albuquerque, you saw Jack Frost get an endless 10th frame strike to win the title. We'll see if that's the case here, as we got the two dominant bowlers right now from Las Vegas, Zack and Jakob Butturff, going against each other yet again. These guys have had some classic matches in some very high-level situations over the last couple of months, as Jakob has exploded onto the under 21 bowling scene, really with some good performances at the start of last season that turned into some outstanding performances at the end of last season, making the top 5 at the TPC and the Invitational, and then Junior Gold top 16. Meanwhile, people more familiar nationwide with Zack, of course, the winner of the $64,000 scholarship for winning Teen Masters, and also made the top 2 at Junior Gold, so made Junior Team USA, and also made the top 5 at the TPC. So the two best statistical players in Vegas going at it again head-to-head. They've had a couple of exciting meetings already this season. Zack's shot 300 against Jakob in the stepladder at Red Rock to open up the season. Other than that, Jakob has gotten the better of Zack lately in these matches. So you know Zack is hungry for this. One of the most amazing statistical anomalies we have right now is it's been a couple years since Hattori has won a regular season JBT event. Oodles of top 5s, oodles of seconds, but has been skunked in title matches of late. Doing that truncated in front of the ball return delivery. Someone in the crowd said wheel, that ball had to, it didn't quite get there. And again, no lead is safe. Butturff wins by 100. As long as Zack gets the strike on the fill ball, he'll have a chance to catch up. Zack owned this tournament today, qualified at plus 342 after 8 games on a reasonably difficult kegel pattern called Abbey Road. Road indicates that it's sort of in the middle between the really tough shots and the really easy shots. Zack makes a lot of semi-tough shots look like absolute cake, and he did it again today. Real consistent bowling, 8 200 games, high of 262. Plenty good enough for that lead. He can max out for 235. Butturff right now going at a 236 pace, meaning spare strike the rest of the way. Still anybody's game as we head into the all-important 9th and 10th frames here. Exciting stuff from Nugget. If you're watching this to watch Zack and Jakob go at it, go back and watch part 1 of this, which was the handicap finals. This is a brilliant finish over there. You see Zack taking the short approach on the left-hand lane too. Even though there's no ball return in his way, he wants to feel physically the same on the left lane as the right lane. So even though he's doing it to get out of the way of the ball return on the right lane, he's doing the same thing as if the ball return was there on the left lane. That's a neat strategy. Oftentimes you'll see someone in front of the ball return on the right-hand lane and then doing the full approach on the left-hand lane. So it's like you're bowling in 2 different bowling centers. Zack eliminating that by doing that. That's a real good trick. Real good trick. The unique delivery of Jakob Butturff. It's thumb in, but he's so loosely jointed on that wrist that that ball's cupped back on his wrist as if he were no thumb. So he gets the power of a no thumb delivery and the accuracy that a thumb in delivery allows. And it's an extremely side rolly and over side rolly board covering type roll, which is unusual in itself for a lefty who usually you see the straighter game. So just unconventional in almost every sense of the word, and so darn effective. On tour the last solid year at this point. 4 in a row, 9 miss, and 4 in a row again here into the 10th frame. And he's just curing the shots in the 1-2 right now. Jakob made a brilliant split conversion in the 10th frame to shoot 250 last game. And he did strike on the fill ball for 253. It turned out he didn't need it, as Mark Myers couldn't get the fill ball strike that he needed to continue the match into the 223. Before that, Myers had defeated Nick Lee and Eric Hatchett in order to reach that semifinal match against Jakob. Strike here gets him into the 260s and would force Hattori to at least strike on the fill ball and get 4 more after that. Oh! And instead, that is a doubly consequential 7-10 right there, because obviously he won't strike on his fill ball, so there is no endless 10th frame for him. Even worse than that, the count does come into play at this point. Gets the 1 and finishes out at an excellent game, by the way, of 254. That 254, as opposed to 255 or 6, is ginormous, as we say in the technical world here. 2 different things can happen for Zack here to stay alive in this match. A, he can strike all the way out for 235. If he does that, he'll have to throw 2 additional strikes to get to 255 and win the tournament. He can also not strike on this ball, spare up whatever he leaves, and then strike on the fill ball, which would put him at 215, and then he'd have to throw, what is that, 4 additional strikes to win. What he can't do, regardless, is not strike on whatever turns out to be the fill ball. If you followed all of that, you passed the test, and I'll be impressed. All right, 10 in the pit there. So now that he struck there, he has to continue striking the rest of the way. So if he goes 9 spare here, he'll be done at 224, and that's it. So he must get the next 2 to initiate the endless 10th. He would have started at 235 and need to throw 2 balls extra for strikes in order to win. That's the only way he can win now. Anything less, Jakob Butturff captures another title. So weird to finish at 254 knowing your opponent's got 235 on the screen, and that's the feeling you have to contend with, of knowing, holy cow, I might still lose this tournament, and there's nothing I can do about it. What a brilliant game by Jakob, but that pocket 7-10, and even more so that 9 miss in the 5th, where he'd be done at 265, which would make life a lot more difficult on Zack. Must strike to stay alive. Way wider, and it wheeled. Wow. You heard the crowd's reaction before you saw Zack's reaction. That was significantly further right early on, but that ball roared back. Where other time the ball failed to wheel, that time it just trucked back. So that puts him in the 230s, but that's irrelevant. He still must strike on this ball. If he does, he'll move over to 15 and have to strike there. Then it would be a one-shot tournament. The count is irrelevant in the endless 10th frame. If you don't strike, you don't get 9 or 8 or whatever you left. It's just a strike or 0. There's much brilliant bowling as Zack has done for so many years on our tour and then in the rest of the bowling world. This is way too long a victory drought for him. Against the guy that is scratching and clawing behind him in the Vegas area. He's got to want this hit a lot. Here it is. He's got it. Should be a fairly easy situation to recap. Jakob is done at 254. He can't add any more to his score. Zack's at 235. Jared, get the wings on please. Zack's done at 235. Did strike in his 10th, so he's got endless 10th frame. He'll move over to lane 15. He has to strike there. If he does, he'll move back to 16 and will have to strike to win the tournament. Anything less? Coming on. Zack is 15. Jared's on it. So simple situation, Zack's going to move over to lane 15 here. He must strike to stay alive. If he doesn't, Jakob wins. If he does strike, he'll move over to 16. If he strikes, Zack wins the tournament. If he doesn't strike that time, Jakob wins the tournament. Simple as that. 254 to 235, and it's not over. He's already thrown the last 4 strikes to have the opportunity to throw the next 2 here. Thrilling finish to the handicap division, and another great one right here in scratch. Only the second time we've run Endless 10th. The Endless 10th turned the tables last weekend in Albuquerque. Will it happen here again, about 800 miles west in Butturff? It does not. Oh, almost got the break, but did not, and Jakob Butturff wins the title. Jakob, 3, 3rd, 3rd, yes. Give me something. Okay, thank you.
Can't right now.
Jared, you're on flex. Sorry about the interruption. JBT bowlers and parents, we have the awards for the top 2 finishers in each division.
We need a copy of that, okay?
Your scratch division runner-up, that's a painful one, but don't feel too bad. He's got over 10 JBT titles from Las Vegas, Zack Hattori. Great job as always, Zack. Between our tour and all the other major tournaments, Zack's got something around $75,000 in career scholarships, so don't feel too badly for that. He's going to school on us. Your handicap division runner-up did everything he could to win that title. He struck out in the 10th, so I'll give him a big hand. Cerell Cardines. Great job, buddy. event. Both come through in fine style in the scratch division. He captures the third title of his JBT career. Jakob, Butturff. Another outstanding performance, Jakob. Congratulations. And here you go, league bowlers and everybody else, winning his first career JBT title by switching balls in the 10th frame and then striking out with it. From a town called Butturff, Brendan Lindsey. Yeah, there you go. You defend that home turf, brother. Well deserved, young man. Congratulations. Thanks so much for sticking around and cheering them around. Be sure to check out bowljbt.com for all the final results. We do it all over again tomorrow morning. Anybody 21 and under is welcome to bowl. 10 o'clock. Have a fun night. See you tomorrow.
Orders up for chicken fingers. Orders up for chicken fingers.
All right.
Okay, good luck with that.